experiment day. Um, we've practiced uh, different variations, different perspectives of where the ball is supposed to be, and the action which we place upon the ball, which is still remain the same for the most part. I'm thinking curling on this side. For the most part, it's been, this is my question, is my left side. So, playing around with my belt squat today, I was just playing around because it's always this that happens. My left leg goes straight. So I don't want that. So I want to think I was playing around because I don't want to throw to here. I want to finish the throw here in this perspective, not lifting up, not standing up, because when I think throw, like it's still in my head, when I think throw, I think here. This is why I do not like cleans. I don't like any of the Olympic lifts for this, because that's not a throw. I prefer try jump, or Y. Our examples Y. Our examples with chin tway, and our examples with pay. All of which do not have triple extension, which, from my perspective, it's really hard to find any other or any thrower, any good hammer thrower that goes into triple extension. I just don't fucking see it. So what I was wanting to do is put more Y into the perspective. So I was on my belt squat and I was working, posing, but then the opposing thing, it's just, that's what happens, and I don't fucking want that. So I started thinking, okay, well, let's get into the idea of sprinting. Let's change our direction and then sprint. And I was thinking at that same time, I want my right foot to come off the ground. I want my right foot to come off the ground because I want my right foot to come off the ground as a byproduct of this quote-unquote sprinting. So let's try that. And came through here, and I was still in the perspective of this opposing the ball with my left side. Lo and behold, started falling backwards, and I don't want that. I don't want that either. It started going peg leggy. I don't like it, especially when there's load under it. It's not manageable. It's not something that is sustainable throughout the throws. It's going to make you stand up and stand up and stand up. I don't want that. And so I started thinking, okay, well, let's stick it. I want to stick to the ground. So how do I do that? Let's get more hamstring involved, because the ball is still behind my hamstrings. If the ball is still behind my hamstrings, I should just be able to stick to the ground with my left side if I have my hamstrings engaged. So I'm curling, and lo and behold, knee stays bent. So it's knee stays bent, and I can stick that position right there. So coming through with my band, same kind of concept, except that I'm going to change the perspective just a little bit, because of a couple of things that I've noticed. Single support this way, thinking about curling, pretty simple. So I'm thinking here, which is fine, here, which is fine. That actually was probably my best heel turn. But that is from the perspective that this is assisting me. But I want it behind my hamstrings. And I want to be in position to where I can apply pressure to the ball the way I want to. So instead of thinking this is my double support, this is the end of my double support, the start of my double support here, the end of my double support here. So So if I just go ahead and think that this is the beginning of my double support or my double support over here, and then I'm here, then I'm good. That's how I can practice that. So, which is that actually felt exactly the way I wanted it to. So okay, so let's think. I'm thinking curling, curl, curl, and then go, and then get it on rhythm. Yeah, go. So say it's a toe turn. I'm right there. Toe turn, right there. Toe turn, right there. Sticky. If I oppose the ball, then I'm going to go backwards. I don't want to oppose the ball or everyone's counter. And I will completely take the normal script of what people will talk about, throw it out the fucking window. So toe turn. First wind, second wind, and then I'm going to go from here, curl, curl, and this right here is my single support. First wind, second wind, into. So, out of curiosity, I know it's going to mess up. Out of curiosity, being actually on my left side, making myself be on the left side, I'm almost curious to see how a full turn would be. So, first wind, second wind, curl, or curl, curl here, and I get into this position. And so it's just pulling me backwards, which is, I'm not worried about that. Not worried about that at all. So now let's go to a heel turn. Super easy. So I'm thinking catch, from here, curl, curl. Weird, my heel just came down. Catch, curl, curl, heel came down. And then I'm trying to right there. So I just completely changed the perspective of it. This part simple because there's no pressure on my right hip. And then as soon as I keep going through, eventually my right hip will meet the band and it will find resistance, which is fun. I want to have that coiled nature to it. If I were to practice from here, like it's the beginning of my double support, I just practice the beginning of double support over there, and I practice from here, I get a better idea of what sitting on my right hip would feel like. So if I'm curling and I'm fully on my right side, and I'm curling and then curling here, and then I have a better perspective of it. Let's try the heel turn again, because unless I had something to where it actually would maneuver around me, it's not really, and it's something I'll practice. Let's see if I can get better at it. Okay, heel turn. Catch, fully on, and then from here, automatic right here. The heel's already down. It's great. I'm already thinking here. Already thinking here. Already thinking here. And I'm not thinking about pushing myself away. I'm thinking about going into it. It's not, I don't want, this makes a little bit more sense because the ball is then getting me over my left side so I can walk to my next catch, but I still need to make that turn. So I'm gonna go from here, and I'm all the way on my right hip now. I'm curling through my left side, hopefully I don't mess it up, and I'm thinking from here, and I'm right there. So I think we're gonna get some solid